Good morning. So, today's topic, title for my YouTube anyway, is think of being green today. That's the game plan. We want to try to remain green. Yesterday, we had a pretty close call. We did get down to 78 below, no, 73 below my HOD as of yesterday. So it did get a little bit higher. I forgot about that. So, 73 is not bad at all. That's actually 73 means good day in radio conversations. So, you know what? We'll take it. Uh, so yesterday was a small day, but you know what? You stack up these small days and they add up to one decent day. So, we're just going to keep an eye out. We're going to see what we have open up for us here. Need to get my streaming over here taken care of because just pop you guys right here, and then I need to fix my TV scan because that's not showing up correct. There we go. Now it is. So I'm just sitting down. Let's take a look at Ford because I did possibly miss my buying opportunity. We're going to talk about this here in a second. Actually, it's coming right back into where I might be interested in buying it again. It's dancing right around this line a lot. So it might be worth just kind of waiting. But let's go back over to this. This was a really crazy stock yesterday. I had to leave midday, so I didn't see this continuation here. That's that's asinine. That's absolutely asinine. Um, I got it up on my watch list for today, but I don't know if I even would want to touch it. I don't. I think you could lose a lot of money in this stock just way too easily. Um, I don't know. It would be way too easy. Coop is back on the list. It is making new highs. This I might go ahead and do. Toop I might do. We're gonna keep an eye on it. Tesla's getting pushed down early this morning, massively in the last couple minutes. Actually, I didn't even notice that. I saw that just before I went live. Did not see at 30 it shot down like that. So that's kind of interesting. It looks like Apple, Microsoft, Amazon had a push down as well. AMD, um, Queen and Spy most likely. It looks like it, but they're kind of they're pushed down. I got to zoom in a little bit. I got those on the 15-minute. Here, I'll show you what I'm talking about. So I just zoomed in on this one, but it was zoomed out like this, so I was pretty sure it was down. But we'll actually stay zoomed in like this is fine. 15-minute on these guys is fine. Shop. Uh, yeah, cool. We got that all situated. Pop over to this one so we could look at this one together. Knee looks like it's just going to slowly start climbing back up. Rivian, I'm just not sure about. You know, he's been getting like the early morning like ram downs. I mean, this has been happening periodically now. So, what could that mean in our market? Let's actually thought storm a little bit on that. Because that's been going on now. I mean, look, I mean, I'll pop over here. You see that big drop? There's a big one right there, big one right here, and big one right over here. So, I mean, there's multiple in here, as well as some kind of, I guess, mediocres. I don't know. Anyway. But what could that mean? It could mean a few different things. Could be market is starting to lose a little bit of stability. There could be a bigger drop that's coming up soon, so we may want to be a little bit aware of that. Could be nothing. Just the natural oscillating of the stock. I was actually trying to say a different word, but you know what? We'll end with that one. That one works for our purposes. Some aspirin. So, just the normal oscillation, the up and down movement. Um, could be a lot of different things. It could also just be the uncertainty that's going on around the world to some extent. Lebanon now is fully involved, I think fully involved in this war with Israel and Gaza. The U.S. government had to tell Iran to basically don't be an idiot. I don't know if we can rely on that uh, due to our political system here, one, and two, I don't think they have any reason to do as we say, so to speak. They may do the exact opposite, just like a rebellious kid doing the exact opposite just so that they can do the exact opposite. So the stuff that's going on over there, I think could quickly involve the whole world very, very rapidly, because you got quite a few nations that are, kind of getting behind the uh, Lebanon/Gaza, and then you got quite a few countries kind of getting behind the Israel, situation. So overall, I might be looking at a drop, coming down into the 260 something. If that happens, we could be seeing a drop coming back down to 257. So that might be the play I'm looking for. I was just kind of sitting here, just kind of talking about war time events, but look at that. Support, resistance, absolutely smashing through it, and it stopped right in that same general area. So a breakdown low could be very indicative to a good push for today. But I think I would want to wait for a decent break and grab a continuation down, not be like real early, because it could come down, find some support, even if it's slightly lower, find a little support and shoot back up. But I think if we're careful with that, because see, this is also forming a resistance line, kind of touches over here, but I'm looking mainly here, through here, through here, through here. So this is definitely the 263 definitely would be an area of trouble. At 260 could find a little pre-market support that was right here. A little resistance right here. But I think once it starts to break through even that, it will start to really drop. So we might give it $1 or two before we do something. That's what I'm thinking right this second. My Google, YouTube, thought it had let me know that I'm live. Thank you for letting me know, Google. It actually does that every day. I don't know why, but it will shoot me an email saying, "Hey, you are live." I'm like, "Well, thank you. I did not know this." All right. I do got some stuff I gotta do for my Amazon and eBay this morning. Um, there is something right here I would like to go take a look at. We'll take a look at that here in a second. Got one open order. So, but TAOP, yeah, that's doing something. But I mean, look, it shot 60 and then shot down to death again. Um, wow, that's actually kind of crazy. From here, 60, next day, dead. Yeah, can't trust that. Not even a little bit. Alrighty then. Um, I gotta get through some of these eBay messages. I got a lot of them, unfortunately. Some people on Amazon or eBay can be a little annoying. They want to buy. No. Some people. Alright, so I'm caught up on my eBay now. I normally try to get to my computer a little bit early in the morning so I can try to do that earlier. But I was running out of time. So I didn't get to it until today. Why is that so low? It should have been. Oh, okay, that's why. Okay, that's fine. What one sold? Inventory manage all inventory. No, it's orders I want. So it was Holly 600. Okay. Um, I'm back. I'm back into this. There's nobody watching, and nobody really ever watches these live streams after they're done. So I'll probably end up repeating this later. But with tomorrow being Black Friday, um, I'm going to be careful. Uh, I might be interested in shorting more than going long because Black Friday, a lot of people tend to be super nervous around Black Friday. So we'll see. VS got called out a few times, but it's a super cheap stock, but it is going up by a decent amount. I don't think I'm going to trade that though. Yeah, probably not. Oh. I could finally get this arm almost up, but when I go to try to rotate it behind me, like I can do that one. This one, it gets pushed out. I can kind of feel it in the socket getting like pushed. It doesn't feel very comfortable, but I'm still doing it because oh, I need to keep doing it to make my arm work. I'm just clearing out my emails real quick. Although I should probably just use the desktop. It's a little bit quicker. And I'm sitting right in front of it, but I got my phone right in front of me, so it's like whatever. None of this I think is important. And that's the other thing I kind of like using my phone versus the computer. It makes me go just a little bit slower. So I tend to find I got an alert over on. Yeah, I saw that already. So Ford might actually be running into some problems. They just had a massive strike happen over at their one manufacturing plant, and I heard that it could actually have massive effects for their year totals. So it could really hit them in the pocketbook. To be honest, I'm actually somewhat surprised that Ford went back with the same offer. But we'll see. I guess I need to check that. Let me pull this up. I was wanting to check my Apple payment. I didn't think I owed any money to Apple on the Apple credit card, but I just wanted to check. Um, well, this morning is really kind of quiet. My scanner's not even going off. Um, a quiet day. Hey, welcome to the chat. Jokes. Today probably going to be a kind of a quiet day. I wasn't expecting anyone to pop in. Sometimes my early or pre-show, not that many people come in until a little bit later on. Um, right this second, not a whole lot. Just I'm looking at Tesla here. Let me show you what I'm looking at here. So Tesla, right around this level right here is kind of interesting. You know, you kind of got support right here, a little bit of resistance. Yeah, it's plus or minus, but you know, plus or minus is fun in this. This is Tesla, so TSLA. So Tesla, I'm looking at for a move going down probably towards 260. Possibly may find some support right around the 258. But if it breaks through that, it really would have some room to go down today, I think. So Tesla is like one of the main ones I'm kind of watching. Knee, I haven't looked at that one recently. Knee, too much of a chop. I would want to see a reversal on that one. I'm not bullish in it. I'm bearish in that one. So yeah, as of right this second, there's only knee I'm really kind of interested in. TPST shockingly was absolutely crazy yesterday. The house market is not really going down here. I mean, it's down since like pre-COVID, okay, or it's still high. The prices are still elevated to than what it was pre-COVID. But the huge buying frenzy that was going on and the absolutely ridiculous prices, that has stopped. Housing is not as limited anymore. And prices are starting to kind of come back down to normal. And there's several factors to that. Lumber is not hard to get a hold of anymore. The interest rates are high. And demand kind of really slipped. So, you know, the housing market, it's reeling, but I don't see it crashing too severe. I actually see a much bigger crash happening later, though. I think in a couple years, you know, there's going to be a lot of drops here. Why do I choose Tesla most of the time? So Tesla, what I like about Tesla is if you get in on the right direction, its moves can be several dollars. So if it's going to go up, it could go up by $5. So if you get it at the right time in a day, you can get a $5 gain. If it goes down and you pick the right direction, it can drop by $5 or $10 in a day. So for the cost, like, okay, here's a good example. Let's back up. Let's look right here. This was Tuesday. So Tuesday, it had this super big bullish move. So if you bought in, say right here, so we'll say at 260, you bought in right as this big candle blew past the pre-market highs. This was absolutely a dominating candle right here, right? I mean, it just absolutely skyrocketed. I will actually come over here and throw the 15 on and zoom in so you can see what I'm talking about. So it absolutely just like poof exploded. So you jump in at the 260 and you wrote it out. You could have gotten a high of 268. Now, you wrote it up this one. This started to do a little bit of a pullback. You might have gotten out right here at 264. So you went from 260 to 264. Approximate. Let's say, in that scenario, maybe you bought back in right here and then you gained another, so say 266 to, say you got out at another dollar. So that's what, $5? So now we'll go to like Queen. The same time period, Queen went from 267 and hit a high of 271. And if you waited until it cleared all the pre-market stuff, oh, I'm looking at the wrong one. Cleared all the pre-market, say about right there. So 260, 368. And if you somehow sold right at the very top, that would be 370. So you're looking at $2. I don't know about you, but I wouldn't want to make $2 versus, yeah, the volatility is very, very high on Tesla. So the trick is to try to find a good entry, and then you're trying to ride it out. So that's what I like about Tesla. Nvidia is kind of like the same thing, but Nvidia, the problem with this one here. So you can see Nvidia, hit a low right here, say 260, and by the close it hit 268. So there's your $8 right here, and that was just yesterday. Nvidia has had some absolute bangers, like for instance right here, 240 all the way up to a high of 257. So that's $17 in one day. And that's just like picking something off of the 5-minute, candle chart here. That was last Friday. But the problem with Nvidia is its spread can be very wide like this, even throughout the trading day. So you would have to go in with small share sizing. You might get some bad fills because, it's, there's not as many shares traded in a day. Like for instance, we'll compare the day chart here. So on Nvidia, yesterday, it was 3.7 million shares traded compared to 103, almost 104 million shares. So Tesla not only has the ability for you to get better fills, better exits, putting in your stop losses, your chances of losses can be be minimized quite a bit. over here, let's say if I entered right here, it shoots up a little bit. I could put my stop loss right here. So I'm in the green and it's going to trigger that before it gaps all the way down. Where with Nvidia, it can change by $1 almost instantly. And, it could just shoot straight down and you're like, wait, what? And, you lose $1 or $2 before you could even take an exit because its volatility, I'm not saying is not good, but there's just not as many people sitting on it. So it can be kind of hard. I also like to trade Apple, but I haven't been doing Apple all that much because I kind of want to see a breakout, either going back up, which might be happening soon, or a break that back down. So Apple, I've just been kind of like just sitting by on. I'm not in a rush to do something with it. But Tesla, its volatility and volume is massive. And, if you got a good short up here, you could have sat in it all day, sold it either here or sold it, somewhere over here and made a really, really good profit. And, I mean, you're hoping that it would continue to make new lows all day, but, you could fully leverage and then sell out your position later. So when I'm actively trading, yes, I do trade on the 1 minutes, but I do switch over to my flex grid over here, which has the 5. This one is the 5 minute. This is 15, 30, and my day chart. So, but when I'm like actively watching, I'm on the minute chart. I'm a day trader, and yesterday I went long on Tesla. I was long on Tesla over here, and then I shorted it over here. So I shorted it down here, went long over here. So, I will flip from a long position to a short position. I mean, I'll switch really quickly if it works for me. Um, Definition of risky. Trading any stock. It doesn't matter if it's 1 second, 1 minute, 10 minutes, 1 day, 1 week, 1 year. Um, it's risky to begin with, to a degree, right? You could say driving a car can be risky. Can it be risky? Yes. But that's also why there's systems in place or rules that you kind of give to yourself, which I have broken. But, you're trying to look at, trying to get like an overall average. And I mean, I'm blunt and I show everything. I ran a few months where I was doing really, really good, but then I had 2 bad months in a row. Um, but I'm getting back on track. I'm green this month, so I'm making money this month. Yeah, I'm green this month. Uh, and the goal for this month is to remain green. So, I'm not gonna say it's not risky. Anything where you're investing or doing anything like that, it is a risky business to begin with. It is kind of what it is. Hopefully, I answered your question. It was a great question. And welcome to the YouTube stream. I always like to have new people, new conversations. It's fun. And I like to talk about things going on around the world. Bleh, bleh. Good morning, Jeff. How are you doing this morning? Oh, I guess Joke is gone. Jokes. Oh, Jokes is still here. I have seen that movie. That's actually a really good stock trading movie with very good acting and factual information. Um, I forgot some of the actors that are in it, but yeah, I have seen that movie. There's another one, um, The Big Short, I think it is. Yeah. So The Big Short is another movie that I've watched. Um, oh, it is rated not terribly, 90% on Rotten Tomatoes. Um, but yeah, Margin Call. I've actually watched that movie more than once. Margin Call is pretty cool. Short day for you. You have to run some errands today. Ah, okay. Well, I think I'm actually going to be short on Tesla today. I don't know if I'm going to be long on it. I think for me to go long, I would need to see like some really strong levels here. But from what I'm seeing from yesterday and today, I'm thinking if we get a move down towards 260, I might be taking a short position on it. But yeah, margin calls is really good. The Big Short is really good. Wolf of Wall Street. I like the Wolf of Wall Street, but I also think that is more of a fun movie, not really like an educational type like The Big Short or Margin. But Wolf of Wall Street isn't a bad movie, um, and can also let you know or show you the dark side, so to speak, of the stock market. Not so much as of today. Well, actually, probably still is today, but mainly of the past when you had uh, people that were not willing to follow the FTC guidance. You know, there's a lot of people who don't understand the stock market to begin with. The one thing that's actually kind of, I want to say, frustrating or upsetting to me is whenever there's a problem going on Wall Street and everybody wants to freak out about it and they go, well, why is the government trying to bail them out? Or screw the people on Wall Street, you know, they don't do any work. They don't do this. They or this, whatever it may be, right? I don't think people actually realize how important Wall Street is to not just the US economy, but to the world economy. You know, you got you could trade oil or corn. I don't know about corn on this, you know, on TOS, but you know, that's how you ship things across the ocean, especially commodity wise. It's all traded, and people making bets on where it might be worth money. If the stock market is gone, almost all it's just that I don't think this YouTube video will even be long enough, and it's a live video for me to kind of go into all that. I don't need to go into like all the details because you know we're traders. We already kind of know. But stock trading is very important to the economy, and without a good stock market or a stock market that's functioning, uh, the Great Depression would just be on repeat. You know, the Great Depression would happen again very easily. Sure. Give me a second. So I don't like drawing on TOS because it seems to slow it down. So I like to use Trading View. Trading View is my chart like this that I kind of mess around with. Oh, I also trade on my TO Trading View. Oh no, let me sign out of this account real quick so it doesn't show up like that. Get rid of all those lines. So what I'm yeah, this is Tesla. want the 5 minute. The one problem with the 5 minute on this, you can't see the pre-market stuff. I will take a look at the Amazon long here in a second. So this is like one area that I'm kind of looking at. Right around the 260, midway to 260. So this is the low right here. So I'm thinking if this drops down towards here, which in all honesty, it's only 0.5%. It's not that much. I've seen a bigger drop than that. It is slightly above the support, you could somewhat say. I'm also looking at some pre-market stuff, which we can't see here. But even if you want to come up a little bit, you can say the swing up, this is lower, and then it came back up. But I think this was later on in the day. The beginning of the day was up here, and it dropped all the way down here, and it slowed down with lower volatility. If this comes back down, I think it could definitely run down about as much as it did yesterday, which was about right here to, we'll say, about halfway there. So 1.4, we'll say 1.5%. So 1.5% would be about right there. So, and then the halfway point is just below the 260. So, and that's actually, it would be a little bit lower because I actually captured a little bit of that there. Let me fix that. So somewhere in here is where I would be interested in trying to take my short. Above the halfway mark, so somewhere above here for sure. Somewhere probably right close to this trend line where it's still going to be continuing down. And it's pushing again. Let's see, it's pushing down again. So, I mean, it's not the best because I'm not looking at long term. I'm only caring about short term. But this area, we can see that it was a heavy resistance with big drops. Now here is shot up through it. But we're getting back into here. And I think a big drop could happen. I think it could happen. So that's what I'm going to be watching and waiting for. Yeah. All right, let's take a look at Tesla. Or, I mean, Amazon. Amazon is another stock that we trade periodically quite a bit. Yeah, I think Jeff, I think I like your long idea. So 235 can hold the 231 and possible run to 235. Tesla, the last few days, it is doing pretty good. Yeah, so if we can recover the 232, which we ain't far from at all. Like, if this gonna hold as support, I think even the 235 wouldn't be a problem. I think we would actually go right through 235. I think it would be more 230, I mean, not 230, 135. I don't think it'd be a problem. I think 138 would be more likely. Or maybe 136. But I think we might actually be working our way back up to retest the 140 to maybe 145. Hmm. I'm not sure how high it will go or how long it will take. But I definitely think we're going to start seeing some good trades on it. We also had a good buying volume right here, not much selling pressure comparative to earlier. So people are definitely wanting to buy it and then hold it a lot more than selling it. But that could also cause a small down candle, a little pullback, actually kind of exactly what happened right here. So you had a lot of buying right here. Some people sold on the elevation, and then people are buying back in. So yeah, I think we're going to get up to the 134. 134, or I think would be very 134, 135. Yeah, I mean we're not far from 134 if it gets back over pre-market highs. Eh, I definitely think it could definitely be bullish. Now, the one thing that does worry me ever so slightly, though, is tomorrow is Black Friday, Friday the 13th. I'm not a very superstitious person, but a lot of people are. A lot of people think, Black Friday is like this uh, thing. They have an issue with Black Friday. Friday the 13th, the Black Cat. So tomorrow, I think we might see a downturn in some stocks, especially with it going into the weekend, and options getting called out. So between options, Friday the 13th, the weekend, the stuff going on overseas, I think people, hey, have a good day, jokes. And thank you for coming in. I hope to see you on another day. But I'm thinking that tomorrow we might see a little bit of a push down going into the weekend. Yeah, don't be greedy. That's a mistake I've made in the past. I got a little too greedy and lost money on that. Catch you later, jokes. And you got to tell me a good joke sometime. If that's your namesake, I got to know a joke. But yeah, I'm expecting a possible slight downturn tomorrow. Hopefully not, but I think it is a possibility. So tomorrow I might be thinking red to go green. But with the way that this market so far this month has been, I may just be kind of slow this month. I don't know. I'm not in any big rush. We got about 11 minutes till market open. So, well, let's see what happens. So I had two people in here, but it was only showing that there was one person the whole time. That's weird. Because Jokes was in here, and so were you, Jeff. I don't know why my view counter was only showing one. Anyway. Ah. my girl's just laying down on the floor here. So my dog wasn't feeling very well for a while. Which chart? On TOS? You might want to check to see. Oh, okay. So YouTube might be just being really slow, but normally on my side it's kind of quick. Oh well. You know, even if nobody was watching me doing these videos, I would probably still do them just because I find it kind of useful for myself to be able to go back during the day or at the end of the week or whatever and watch some of my big mistakes. See where some mental blocks might be. And it's just kind of fun. I just kind of like doing this. So even if I was doing it for myself, I'd still do it. Come here, girl. So she hasn't been feeling very well. Now she is also 16, 17 years old. Aren't you? Okay. Lay down. Lay down. I got you. So I just got her in my lap right now. I was just wanting to check up on her. And she could just sit in my lap. Not really. She doesn't like sitting in laps for too long. She'll sit here for a little while and then she'll want to get up. Amazon is pushing down. Is that changing your thoughts on Amazon? I don't know if I would have wanted it to break lower than right here, and it did. Now, if it starts to turn back up, I may not put too much weight right there, but the 232 might be a trouble point, possibly. Yeah, I think that's not a bad idea. The 232 definitely seems like an area. So maybe a break above, then a swing low, as long as above the 132, and then get it on the back up. The 132.4. Okay, I get that one. Obsidian has been getting in here kind of late the last few days. So Jeff, are you enjoying the cooler weather? I don't know if you're having cooler weather, but over here in Texas, we sure are. I got the AC off right now. I got the windows open. It feels freaking good in here. What is the temperature outside? 64 degrees. Feels great. Have a slight breeze going on. I'm loving it like a McDonald's commercial. Oh, okay. You ever go to Windstar? I go to Windstar every now and then. Haven't been in a while though. Ah, okay. What game do you like to play if you go to the casino? What's your game? If you go to the casino, I don't even know if you do. Craps. Okay. I like to play poker. I'm trying to figure out. So Queen and Spy aren't doing great yet. So I definitely think that this is not going to hold for long. I haven't been to Vegas in several years. Last time I was in Vegas, it was actually I was in a semi truck. That was the last time I was in Vegas. It was actually kind of cool because I didn't have to rent a hotel room or anything. I was right next to the strip. Spent 2 days there. It was awesome. I was tired as hell leaving. I'm just looking at everything. 2 to 4 times a year. Nice. I'm just kind of sitting here looking around. I'm not seeing a whole lot. Oh, Obsidian, is that you? Did you just sneak in here? I need to go on vacation, like for real. No, I guess it wasn't Obsidian. I will say it is a lot of fun to trade with you and Obsidian though. I think we have some good conversations. I think it's quite nice to have some opposing, necessarily opposing views, but you know, thought provoking, I guess. Let's go ahead and bump that down. Actually, I'm not even going to rush into a trade right now, so fine. I'm actually surprised at how well that's doing. Yeah, sometimes having, when I'm thinking to myself and I'm not sure about something, it is kind of nice when uh other people are like, "Wait, yeah, that does make sense." Or we're just sitting here having I don't want to say a stupid conversation, but a conversation about whatever. It's kind of nice. Below the 263, I don't know. Because, the kind of the hump rate here. Either way, I don't think it's made its decision on what it wants to do. Amazon is above or hit above the 232. It's right at your target area. Above it now. Tried to get in a few times there and it just didn't work. So now I'm just going to wait a second. No, well, that's not exactly what I wanted, but I'm green. I said think green. We are green. Good morning, Obsidian. I tried to get into damn this right over here, but I couldn't get it in. That's what she said. I'm just gonna sit back and wait. This is being a little, it feels like it's a little extra volatile today. So, Obsidian, or actually Jeff, I'm not even sure if you answered. Uh, do you guys think that Friday the 13th is going to have any effect on the stock market? Do you think it's going to have any effect or no effect? Yeah, Fridays are generally slow. I agree with that. I think with it being Friday the 13th, it's going to play on some people's psyche. So we got one person who thinks possible, one person that doesn't think so. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to be looking, I think tomorrow because Friday and it's the 13th. I think I'm going to be looking at more of a market pullback than a market forward. But I'm not gonna, make complete judgments on market direction just based on some random market opinion. Well, that's not the direction I wanted it to go. Son of a bitch. That this is gonna hurt. Hmm. Yeah, possibly. Well, I just went red. Pretty bad. I should have reversed it, but I didn't. I was really hoping I was gonna keep making new ground. I tried to give it room like I did yesterday. It just ultimately bit me in the butt. Watch, it's gonna. Well, just like that. I'm back to the green. And not a new high today, but back to green. So there's that. So I'm 35 short from HOD. I'm just gonna wait for a second because I think, oh, CCL did drop hard. Wow, kind of missed that. I think this could end up being a support area right down through here. Out of Amazon. Oh shit. Yeah, I don't blame you. I'm just sitting right here in case it wants to bounce back up. All right. So I'm at a new HOD. Not by much, but I'll take it. 37 higher than previous HOD. Actually, that has to be wrong because I'm at $80 profit, not 77. Now, we're going to go with that for right now. That was a good sellout for me, though. Glad I actually moved it down. We're just going to wait a second. You know, the name of the game for this month is to stay green. And I am green. So, I'm having a green month. I think right here, kind of being at the bottom of these openings and closings, bottom of this right here, might help get a lock in before the drop because there's the dollar. So I don't want to be right on top of the dollar. I like the fact that it's not getting to new highs. And it just did. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and pull that off. We're just going to sit back again. I mean, I'm at a new high, so I'm plus. Let's go ahead and clear that new high. So, I'm back at 0 on my new high. So if I pull back, I can tell by how much and all of that. That's the thing I love about this calculator. I can literally do anything I want. Oh, sorry, sorry. I have full control over it. Now, Tesla dropped a lot more yesterday than I was expecting. So I think it's going to drop more here. It's just a matter of when. So I'm not in any big rush right this second. CCL is still looks like it's going to go down. Carvana's down a lot, but I can't short that one. Unless I did an option. It would have to be a naked option. We're just going to give this time to do its thing. Did you guys see the stock TPST? Shoot, what that did yesterday surprised me massively. I might have actually played that stock if I was still trading yesterday before I got up and walked away. Because that surprised me. I was not expecting TPST to do that. I'm still feeling like I like right down in here, not quite down at the dollar mark, but that's going to be like a really big candle to get into the area that I'm interested in. Fairly good sized candle. If it does it in 2, that would be better. We'll see what it does here. I think once it starts to get some down pressure, it may actually pick up a lot of steam again. Maybe not. All right, I'm going to step away for a second. I'm just going to give this a little bit of time to do its thing. I'm going to go use the bathroom real quick. Let's see what this does. Yeah, I haven't missed anything. Alright. So Jeff, how much did you lose on Amazon? CPI? You know, Amazon really looked like it was going to work out. I'm actually a little surprised that that dropped as bad as it did. And this is popping back up, so I'm glad I didn't try to jump in too soon. Well, I mean, 133 could have been worse. Glad it wasn't worse. I'm just gonna sit back and chill for right this second. I'm up 77. I mean, that's not anything to write home about, but it's green, it's not red. It's a green day on my calendar. And lately, it's been a little hard to gauge some of these stocks. I actually forgot to put green on my calendar for yesterday. You know, 144, that's definitely a green day. So I traded on Monday. It was gray. I made $5. Then I was green on Tuesday. I made 133. Then yesterday I made 144, and today I'm at 77. Oh no, I made $6 on Monday. Woo! But you know, I'm being a lot more patient. And what sucks is I was down three, so I could have made like six from the if I went the other way, I could have made the three, and then um yeah. Anyway, don't spend yeah. Don't spend all of $6 in one place. I did. I went to Starbucks, and Starbucks yesterday cost me it's like $9. So yesterday I ran a deficit. Not yesterday, Monday I ran a deficit. Do you know how asinine that actually would be? You know, so I went to Starbucks, right? Spent like $9 because I got a snack and a coffee. I made $5. $6. Whoa, $6. But here's what was funny. I probably spent 100,000 at minimum to make $6. God, that's actually kind of funny. It's funny, but not funny. Be like, so how did you make your money yesterday? Oh, I spent hundreds of thousands of dollars. How much money did you make? $6. What'd you do with your $6? I went to Starbucks and spent nine. I don't know why, but I'm finding this way too funny. there's actually somebody in Starbucks. They asked me one day, what do I do? Because I go in there at different times, and I always just, that's my Starbucks. That's the one I go to. And I told one of them, I was like, you wouldn't believe me if I told you. And so they were like, what's that? And I told them, I trade stocks, and my eBay and Amazon and yada yada yada. Well, one of the things that they like to do sometimes is ask me, so, one, how much did I make or how much did I lose? But also, they have a hard time fathoming, the amount of money that I spend. And I'm like, look, I have a hard time, believing it myself. But it's almost like if you're playing poker. I did 1,600 shares of Tesla today at, say, 263. I mean, oh, 420. That's hilarious. Um, it doesn't feel like I spent a half million. You don't. It doesn't really like cross your mind because I spent oh, fuck. I spent a $500,000 to make $80. Like, uh, that's not good numbers there. But I mean, I think you get what I'm saying, right? We spend, or we're in control of absolutely ridiculous things at times. And somehow we try to make money, we make losses. We don't always understand why something happened the way it did. But we play a very, very, very small part, in helping the world economy move. It's kind of mind-boggling, I think. To me personally, anyway. I'm just bouncing my foot. I'm not feeling it right now. Look, this is kind of like getting into a choppy range. It's going to be kind of hard to take any play on it. I'm actually thinking that it might do this for a while. It might be later in the day when we see a big drop again. So I guess in the meantime, let me pull up my Amazon here. I got a package I gotta get uh, put together real quick. So I'll just do that real quick because I mean I'm not doing much else. Print. And this is an expedite, so I need to get it out the door on time today. I need a Holly 600 right there. I only got two left already. Wow. Paste one. What the hell is that? And what the hell is that? Huh. Okay, bitch. Let's sign up for that. What's the sign up process for that? Let's find out. Yeah, that's me. Continue. I don't know if you guys are supposed to see that information. Let me change that. Continue. That address. I always wondered when Amazon was going to do that. Save and continue. Cool. I can do that. So supposedly you can just set Amazon to do this. I like that. Actually, I can change that. AM 7, no, 8. That will work. I'm surprised that Tesla is actually shooting up right now. I'm not going to do anything about that right now, so I'm not going to be worried about it. Okay, now let me try this again. I didn't change anything. There we go. So equals 9.24. I might actually start looking at possibly going bigger in that. Oh shoot, wrong button. And slash 12. Um, sorry, I'm just working on something over here. I'll be done in a second. Okay. Um, that's a problem. I didn't get a label. Um, I guess have associate contact me. All right. I'm waiting for a phone call from it. I gotta mute the mic. I just unmuted mic. I'm not really that green. I just turned that down a little bit. I don't think this is gonna stay up. Amazon's back up though. Maybe. My name is Stefan. I'm trying the Amazon's new shipping service and signed up for it and all that kind of good stuff, but it didn't give me a label to print to put on the package. Yeah, the new service where I guess the Amazon vehicle picks up the package now. Uh, yeah, give me. Sure. I don't know why I jumped on that. Just did a little quick scalp, but I gotta mute the mic again. I'm on hold, so. All right, so I just had Amazon on my YouTube channel. I'm having an issue with the getting this item shipped. It didn't give me the label, so I was showing them what was happening so they can try to get it fixed. So I just gotta have this off the screen for right now. And I guess I'm back on the hunt for stocks. Uh, I was thinking about trying to take a short right here, but I don't know. You know, being on the phone with Amazon trying to take over problem is probably not the best time to try to spend god awful amount of money. Yeah, they were trying to talk about trying to do a bunch of screenshots and go back and forth, and that just takes too much time. Especially compared to when they could just literally see it exactly what's going on, try to get it fixed. All right. I don't think I'm gonna go back up to 400. I think I'm fine at 2 if I do another trade, just in case it wants to slip backwards. I don't think I'm going. I don't think I'm going to do anything unless it goes to break down here. Excuse me. Amazon is definitely starting to make new highs here. It's going up towards the 170, the 134, 174, 134. So that's definitely happening, most likely. Apple is doing not too bad. I'm a little surprised by that. Apple is not affected by the market push down like some of these other guys were. Two is doing good. You know, two might be interesting to buy it right in this area. That's resistance of just above that, maybe? Volume is... Tube is interesting. Um, VS is hitting the small caps. Oh, hell no. Hail to the no. I'll start singing Megan Trainor before I start doing that one. Actually, I don't mind Megan Trainor, but you know the no song. Yeah, nothing is looking good. Nothing. Am I only gonna do 77 today? I mean, I guess that's lunch and dinner and a little to the bank. This week is short. This week's short, but it's green. I can't complain by that.
Hey, I'm sorry for the delay. I'm just popping back in to give you an update. I'm currently collaborating with our account
No worries. I'm curious. If I had to, I do have like one of those packing where you fold the papers in there, and I could put the packing slip in there because I guess the Amazon driver is supposed to be picking this up in the afternoon. So because the label has already been, or the shipping has already been paid, so the Amazon guy is supposed to be picking this up. So I'm just concerned about time. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Whenever something's new, there's always some issues, right? Obsidian, how are you doing? Jeff, how are you doing? To someone who's watching me on Twitch but is not saying anything, how are you doing today? Hopefully everybody's green. Jeff, hopefully you got your money back. Amazon just hit the 4. If I get there we go. Free trade. I'm good. Just gonna step in right there. Oh, you got caught in that flush on that one. Ouch. Let me know. Good luck. I'm doing this as like a little bit of a stop and go, so I don't care what happens from here. I really can't lose money at this point. So we're just gonna let that one run. We'll see how far it wants to go. I guess I could have gone in with a slightly bigger share size in here, but I just want to kind of be careful, so I'm not upset about that. I might add in some more later. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what this market keeps producing for us today. This might be a long play, may even go into tomorrow. I don't know. Amazon is having their Amazon Prime thing. This could be good.
Hey there, sorry again for the delay. Are you still with me?
Yes, ma'am. Alrighty. So will somebody give me a call or would it be an email? I mean, I'm going over to the case log because I don't the thing with the Amazon emails for some reason, even though I've told it not to put it in the spam folder, it pops up in the spam folder. It's actually kind of annoying. All right, so I'll just keep refreshing that. Um, and you put on there the YouTube or whatever, so that way they can see all that part easily. Okay, cool. Yeah, because honestly, I think that was just that. I mean, you can't get past video proof. It makes it very clear. All right, cool deal. No, man. All right, cool deal. All right, bye. I was not expecting that to happen. Um, ouch. That's not going to be good. That's not going to be good. Oh, that's not going to be good. Hopefully, you guys didn't get caught in that, or you got out while getting that was good. I'm gonna have to just keep refreshing that page because that's gonna be painful. I'm still just kind of waiting. I was hoping Amazon was gonna keep climbing, up to the next dollar mark, but it dropped actually pretty hard. So I'm at a new high, not by much, but 47. So 447. So $29 higher. How? Okay. I don't know how I'm higher. by $29. Okay. New high day. We'll take it. Let's not ask questions. You got it to 133, drop to below 132. Then what? You climb to 130.40. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of keep an eye on it. I might go back into Amazon as a long. We'll see. As Amazon hopefully fixes my problem. Which is actually kind of funny. I'm thinking about going long in Amazon and I'm waiting for Amazon to help me, to help my business. I don't know. It's kind of like a full circle kind of thing. A little poeticness. I don't know if that push is gonna stay, so I'm in the money on it. I don't care one way or the other. Ah, it just triggers and then it goes down more. Fantastic. Possibly goes down more. We don't know if it will yet or not. But I am at a new high day. So, you know what? It can do whatever the hell it wants. I don't care. New HOD. Only grabbed a little bit there, but we'll keep working it. I'm only in for like an hour now, and I'm at 137. 137 in an hour is not bad. Again, I don't count pre-market time. Pre-market time for me is like driving to work. I know I've said that more than once, but I always kind of say that because I don't want someone to think that I'm being untruthful because it shows that I'm here for 2 hours now. But we're just past the 10:30, so hour and 5 minutes, hour and 10 minutes, something like that. That was actually probably a good exit right there. I gotta go look. I see that it's back. I'd be a little too nervous with that, I think. I think I'd want to wait for this to go lower. I don't need to try to keep jumping in on this. I've already done 2,000 on it. So I'm just going to sit back and wait. We're going to give it a little bit of time here. Maybe coming in below here. Mm, I think I'll wait. I think I'll wait longer. That's probably not a bad area, but it looks like it just wants to fight a little bit, and I don't want to get into the chop. Oh, totally missed that one. Boyle. Boyle's been doing pretty good. A little late for me now, but Boyle, that was a little bit of a run right there. Like I said, I'm still in the just sit back and wait stage. I'm green. I don't need to force anything. I'm at a new HOD. Don't need to force anything. Still 65 degrees out. I got a little bit longer before I got to worry about closing my windows down. A little bit of a slow day. A little bit of a slow day. But, you know, we're grinding it out. Oh, excuse me. Shoot, I actually wanted to move that down. Alright, I'm good. I was figuring it was going to break, but I wanted it just slightly lower. Well, I guess I don't need to worry about it or talk about it anymore because the deal's already done. So 78, $18. New HOD though. Is it worth the 18? Well, I don't know. No, we'll take it though. Yeah, I'm talking to somebody about not going FOMO. I know you two can see it, but anyone who may watch this, I highly doubt anyone does though. Not after the live. But you got to be very careful about going FOMO. Uh don't do it. And if you think you are, You need to know when to just back it off, because there's been times where I did go FOMO, and it made me cry. And this is the stock that's being talked about for anyone who may not know. It's a chat room play. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. It's one of those things. It's behind a paywall, so I don't talk about these all that much. Entries or exits or anything like that. But oh, nose itchy. That's what this is. I actually think that's the phone that just sold. Waiting shipment, is it? Yeah, different one. It's gonna be kind of funny if it was. Amazon, did you fix the problem yet? No, not yet. All right, guys and gals. I might be calling it a day kind of here, kind of early, possibly. Um, there might be an afternoon play on Tesla. There might be a few other things that can happen, but I'm not doing a whole lot right now. There's not much going on. Um, Maybe hope for a good push later this afternoon. It happened last afternoon, Thursday or Wednesday, um, and Tuesday and Wednesday. Wednesday, something big happened. So maybe we'll get like a little bit of an afternoon push. I'm feeling bearish more than anything, so I don't know if I'll go to bullish, but I'll flip real quick if the move is right. Um, and I think that might be all I really got to say on that. Somebody else just joined our party here, and I think today's market is just. I think it's going to be just a little slow. maybe, like I said, maybe an afternoon move. Rivian, I mean, what are you doing over here? You're coming back down and you're testing this point. That might be kind of fun. You know, if you're gonna flip back to red, you might give this a candle or two. See what happens here. Just kind of waiting here. We'll do a smaller share size here. No, 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 no. Tesla, you're starting to push back down though. So is the volume. The volume is not looking all that good. I just feel like I might take too big of a position size on Rivian more than I would want. Even though it's starting to look kind of good, but I don't know. I'm not super duper feeling it. Below the 0.9 could be interesting. Found support around the dollar. Not a big surprise. Not a big surprise. Generally does find a little bit of support and then it breaks through. You know, the dollars are generally support resistance zones on Tesla. I probably wouldn't want to be too interested in it. I think it would have a little ways to go before I get too interested. Well, you know, I'm 155 up. I've been about doing the same every day now. Except Monday. Monday was $6. So, you know, I'm averaging the 155, 150 mark, give or take a dollar or two. Um, that's better than what it was last month. Uh, Still got a little ways to go. Hopefully, we'll start getting some good breaks here. Oh, Wing actually, I wasn't paying attention to Wing. Wing actually dropped pretty darn good, but that spread, I don't like that spread. Amazon is doing pretty good. Um, yeah, I'm just kind of in a blank mode. I don't really have an opinion on a whole lot right now on these things. Mainly just kind of want to see what happens tomorrow. Now, tomorrow is Black Friday. It is Friday the 13th. It is historically not a very lucky day, so we may be a little bit more short biased, especially depending on what happens today. if the market continues to still push down, that definitely could be a biased opinion, especially with the lower volumes generally on a Friday. You also have a lot of the options that are getting executed on Fridays. So Friday definitely could be a interesting red day on the market. But we'll take a look at what the market map is looking like in the morning. I will be live again at 7:30 Texas time, 8:30 New York time. But I think for today, uh, this show has been completed. I don't think there's much else that I can add financially or educationally or conversationally to this live for today. Take care. Have a good day. See y'all Friday, tomorrow. Later.